Hey guys, so I know I said I wasn't going to do a 39-week update, and technically today I am 39 weeks and 3 days, but I decided to go ahead and do one because I really don't like missing updates, first of all, especially since it's like the very end, but and also James is back at work, which I'll talk about in a little bit. So yes, I am 39 weeks and 3 days today. Still have not had her. Still have not had a single contraction, but this week she is about 7 pounds, but at this point there's just no way to know for sure how big she's gonna be because she's so close to coming out, and babies come out at all different sizes. So 7 pounds and 20 or 21 inches, something like that. And yeah, my hair is like soaking wet because I took a shower. But yeah, so she's if she stays in there too much longer, I'm afraid she's gonna end up being a big baby. But and I have notes over here, so if I keep looking over here, that is why. But my symptoms, obviously I still have heartburn. That's not gonna go away till she comes out, and hopefully it does go away when she comes out because I cannot take it anymore. And I've discovered that if I eat too many Tums during the night, like in the morning, like that's one of the reasons that it makes me end up throwing up, because I don't know, it's weird, but I've started drinking milk a whole lot more instead of getting Tums every single time I wake up and feel the burning. And as long as I drink like a lot, like several gulps of milk, it actually has been helping quite a bit. So like last night I ran out of milk and ended up using tons of Tums and woke up feeling like crap. But the 2 days before that, I actually woke up and felt really great because I only had taken like 2 or 3 Tums during the night. And I'm sorry I sound like this. Yeah, I had talked about being sick last week or whatever, and I feel fine right now. Like I'm better, but I still have like all this drainage, or my nose is still kind of stuffy. The most horrible symptom I've had probably so far, well, I don't know, morning sickness was pretty bad, but it's sciatica. I really don't know how it's pronounced, but she's definitely dropped, and she's so low now. Like when she moves, it'll just send like shooting pains down there in my nerves, because I guess she's on my nerve. It hurts really freaking bad. On my last night at work, which was Thursday, I was so glad that I decided that was going to be my last night, because I would be walking and they would start like shooting down my legs and like in my pelvic area, and I was like, holy crap. Like I would literally like be at work and I was just like, ow. And I didn't want people to be like, you're such a weirdo, like what's wrong with you? But it hurt that bad. Like I had to like say ow or something. And it's even worse when I'm trying to go to the bathroom. Gosh, I cannot stop these little burpy things. But trying to go to the bathroom is horrible, because when you feel like you need to use the bathroom, there's like some pressure down there, and so I will sit down and I cannot push at all because the pain, like the harder I push, like this sounds so weird, but harder I like try to push or whatever, the more the nerve just is like it gets more painful, and it just goes farther and farther down my leg, and I have to stop, and it's so freaking bad. And it's not just on my left leg anymore. Sometimes I feel it a little bit in my right leg too. Oh, I cannot do this. And I'm just thinking, I hope I am not having these nerve pains like while I'm having contractions, because I will die like that. Like the nerve, there's just nothing I can do to stop the nerves. Like, and when it starts and does it on its own, I cannot freaking stretch my leg to make it stop. You would think if I stretched it out, then that nerve would just calm down, but it does not. Hot baths, that helps. Baths help it. But, of course, once I get out, it pretty much comes back. So yeah, and I'm thinking this update might be a little bit long because my last update where I was like 3 days past my my actual like day that I was supposed to do the update, it was like super freaking long. So understand if you don't want to watch this whole thing. And I don't know, I'm like at the end, so I just have like so much I want to talk about before she gets here. So just kind of a warning. Another symptom is just, there's just so much more pressure down there now, which I know is like a really good thing. And I know, again, it's because she's dropped and her head is like down there, but it's like a lot of pressure just like on my stomach too. It's just, I feel like I'm just being like dragged to the ground by my stomach, and it sucks, and I'm ready for her to come out. And then the last symptom is not really a symptom, it's just pretty much all these symptoms together are just making me freaking hate sleep. Because, yeah, like waking up with heartburn, you know, having nerve pains, plus my nose is still a little blah. I literally will wake up and look at the clock and hope that it is almost morning and almost time to get up, because sleeping just sucks so bad. And of course my bladder, still have to pee like all the time when I wake up. So yeah. Okay, so those are pretty much all the symptoms, and then just to sort of get into like what's been happening with my week and all this nonsense. I guess like last week I decided I'm gonna I'm gonna try some of these like natural ways to possibly bring on labor, because I was like, you know, I'm far enough along, why not? I freaking tried everything. I swear, well, not everything, but let's see. Okay, for my birthday we went to the beach, and like we went to the mall there, and we literally were walking around that mall for like 3 hours, and I was like, yes, this is so great. She's like gonna come out. No, it did absolutely nothing. It gave me quite a bit of pressure down there, but no, it didn't start cramping, contractions, nothing. And then this one's like super weird, but nipple stimulation. I have an electric breast pump. I don't know if I talked about this before, but basically you just put it like, you just use it for 15 minutes on each side, and it's supposed to stimulate, it's supposed to bring on like the oxytocin hormone, which is supposed to start contractions. And I did that seriously like 3 or 4 days, and did absolutely nothing. No contractions. I seriously still have no idea what a contraction feels like, because I have not experienced one. And then I tried evening primrose oil, which is kind of probably obvious that it didn't work, because I think you're supposed to start that like, you're supposed to be consistent with that and like keep doing it every night or whatever. And they're like these giant gel pills with like the primrose oil in them, and no, those things are too big to swallow, so I put it the other way, because it's supposed to help soften your cervix, blah blah blah. I did that one night and I put 2 in. No, nothing. It wasn't as gross as I thought, though. I was like, ew, putting something up there that's like nasty. But no, and like everyone said, make sure you have like a pad or something, because the oil will spill out, blah blah blah. That didn't really happen either. Like, it wasn't messy and gross, it just didn't work. And I just did not want to do it anymore. I was like, this is not gonna happen. Castor oil, I have not tried, because so many people have said that it's really good at starting contractions, but if your body's not ready, it's not going to dilate, so you're just going to be in pain, like having contractions, basically false labor. So I really don't want that. I would absolutely shoot myself if I went into false labor, because I'm so done being pregnant. So one good thing about this week or whatever is that excuse me. James is working like not in the same town as me, but not out of state anymore, so that is awesome. He literally missed like a whole week of work because he wasn't gonna drive to another state. I don't know. Yeah, just I was really glad. But now they're back. Like they're pretty much about an hour away, which is perfectly fine. Like I would have plenty of time for him to like come back here if I started feeling anything. And yeah, he just went back today. So, cuz it was, I mean, it was nice having him here and everything, but kind of stressful like knowing that we're just sitting around not making money. Like I'm done working, he wasn't working, so you know, we still have to pay our rent and everything, which we're fine, but it kind of sucks because when you don't have that extra paycheck in there, your bank account is not going to go up, it's going to go down. So, yeah, he's back to work and he's pretty happy about it too. But, so yeah, he's working, I'm done working. Best decision I have made in a long time. My last little thing to talk about is going to be a ridiculously huge rant because it's just about how done I am with being pregnant. And I don't want to sound like I'm not grateful because I wanted to be a mom more than anything in the world, and I feel like even though it wasn't like, you know, like on purpose or whatever, it's amazing that it only took one time. And like I'm going to get to experience the one thing in my life that like that's all I wanted. If I wasn't able to be a mom, I would literally probably go into a depression. Like not even kidding. I would be so depressed, and I wanted so badly to have the whole pregnancy experience. I was like, "Oh, it just looks so beautiful." And so I am very 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 grateful that I don't have any like infertility issues or anything like that, but oh my gosh, I am so done. Like pregnancy, while it's really cool to have a bump, it's really cool to feel them kicking. Seriously, the rest of it pretty much sucks. It is also cool now, like my bump is so big that people will come up to me and be like, "Oh, when are you due? Is it a girl, boy?" Everyone thinks it's a boy, I guess, because first, whatever, wives' tales say that with girls you usually carry wider or some whatever. But I'm really 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 done. Yesterday I was just I was like literally mad that I was still pregnant, partially because I had like some very slight cramping throughout the day, and I was just like, this is not gonna turn into anything. This is so stupid. Just if it's not gonna turn into contractions, I want it to just go away. And of course, like I took a bath because I was like, well, if this is fake, then a bath will pretty much take away the cramping. And of course it did. So I was like, I laid on the couch and I ate like an entire thing of like these caramel things. Like I ate them all in like 15 minutes. And what else did I do? I just it's so much worse too because, and I know I'm so impatient, but we saw one of James's best friends. She was due on the 23rd, but she ended up having to be induced last week on 9/11 because she had low amniotic fluid and she had her baby, and we went and saw them, and I held her baby and as a baby girl, and that just made it like so freaking much worse. Like I know it did for James too. He's so ready for her to be out, but yeah, seeing that baby it just made me want mine out so bad, especially since me and her, our due dates were really, really close together, and she got to have her baby so early, and I'm just so jealous. Really happy for them though, because she's such a cute baby. But so there's that. That made my impatience level like through the roof, and of course that's already been like 9 days now or something, and another thing that it just made it so much worse is the doctors. When you have three different doctors tell you, yeah, you're not gonna make it to your due date. You know, you're ahead of the game or whatever. Which, like I said from the very beginning, I was like, I still think I'm gonna make it to my due date, and obviously I'm not at my due date yet, but come on, I'm 4 days away. So if I have her like 1 day before my due date, they might as well have not even told me, oh, you're not gonna make it to your due date, which I know they can't predict things, but it made me, every time they told me that, you know, I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll get to have like the whole going into labor on my own experience, which I really, really want. Like, I really want that. I don't have a problem with being induced, but I think it'd be just so much more exciting to go into labor on my own, and yeah, so they made it kind of a lot worse. And I have another appointment tomorrow, which of course last week my doctor was like, if you make it there, and I guarantee you I'm gonna make it there now, because right now I'm not feeling anything at all. So, and then let's see. Yeah, yesterday I was so done, and I wanted James to go on a walk with me at night, and he did not want to go on a walk, and I just like started crying. And so he walked around the block with me one time, and that made it better. But I was just so uncomfortable, and I am uncomfortable, and I'm getting close to 40 weeks. But with all this said, I do realize that I am literally probably, I don't know how long my hospital let me go over, but I'm probably less than 2 weeks away from having her no matter what. So, I really should not be complaining. She's gonna be here very, very soon. Like, I don't know. And I'm sure I would hope tomorrow, since I'll be 39 weeks and 4 days, that they'll actually schedule an induction date, because if they don't, then that means I'll have to wait until I'm like 40 and a half weeks to know when I get to have my baby or whatever. So hopefully they will schedule an induction date, but I still hope I don't make it there, because I really just want to go into labor on my own. But yeah, I'm super excited, because I know, and it's still exciting, like every night being like, what if I wake up and I'm in labor? Like, it's really exciting, but it's just getting old, because it's been like that since like 37 weeks, you know, thinking, oh, I could go into labor anytime, and now it's been 2.5 weeks, and there's just no signs. Even though I'm 2 centimeters dilated, like 75% effaced, she's just being stubborn, and she doesn't want to come out yet. So, I guess that's pretty much the end of my rant. I may do the nursery tour this week. The only thing, like, pretty much the nursery, I had it all done and everything, and I was gonna film it one day. But then when I moved, like, some of the big stuff out of there that doesn't need to be in there, it looked really bare, and I was like, this nursery tour is gonna be like 3 minutes long. So I kind of wanted to put stuff in the space that looked like really empty and stuff, but I still haven't done that either, and I still don't know what to put there. So I might just do a nursery tour, and you'll just see what I mean about how empty it is. So if I don't go out and buy something to put in that space, like tomorrow or something, then I'll probably just go ahead and do it on Wednesday. So yeah, that is pretty much everything. She is not here. I will probably be doing an update on my 40-week update on Friday if I don't make it there. Because he's back at work, I'm at home, I have nothing to do. I'm not working, so might as well. But I really don't want to make it there. So hopefully the next time you see me, other than maybe my nursery tour, I will have a baby with me. So I will go do my belly shot and see you maybe on Friday. Okay. From the front, shirt on. From the side. Other side. Front with it off. Oh, my kitty's coming. Side with it off. And other side.